Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English, and this is Mukesh Soni, your favorite YouTuber. Friends, in this video we are going to revise the complete syllabus of the second semester BA Generic English from the examination point of view. So as per the previous year's question paper pattern, I will try to make this video so that at the last moment, if you study at the last moment preparation, it will definitely help you. So in this video we will revise the complete syllabus as per the previous year's QP pattern, and this is only for the Bangalore University, not for BNU. To begin with, let's understand that is the syllabus you have here. You have 11 topics from the workbook. You have 5 chapters from the course book. The workbook has the weightage for 40 marks and the course book has the weightage for 20 marks. The section 1, the section A of the question paper is titled as grammar component, which has a weightage for 40 marks, and the section B has the weightage for 20 marks, that is for the workbook. So the question paper begins here like this. The very first question, which will appear like this: read the passage carefully and answer the questions. So one passage will be given on the question paper. You need to read the passage and you need to answer 5 questions set on that particular passage. Each question will have the weightage for 1 mark. Answer all those 5 questions in a sentence or in a word. Second question you'll be having here, do as directed, where you'll be having 5 questions. Each will be having 1 mark, like antonym, synonym, prefix, suffix, and collocation. And these questions will appear something like this. According to the previous year's question paper, these questions will appear like this, when you need to find the antonym of those particular word from the given words. Antonym, synonym, and the prefix, suffix, and the collocation. Please watch my video on the question paper of 2023. You'll get the solution of those important collocations and the antonym synonyms. Moreover, I have solved the 4 question papers: BU, BNU, model question papers, 2022 question paper, 2023 question papers. So totally you will be getting around 5 question paper solution. That's going to help you a lot. Just check the description box, all those 5 question papers links or the playlist. Next question you'll be having here, 1 mark questions from listening skills, listening and hearing. So here you'll be asked about what's the meaning of listening, what's the meaning of hearing, what's the difference between listening and hearing. So 1 mark each. I've done a very special video on listening skill, and where I try to give the answers of each and every important aspects of listening skills from the examination point of view. Check the link in the description box about listening skills. Then a short poem will be given, small stanza will be given. You need to write about the particular poem. That has the weightage for 2 marks. So don't get afraid of that particular poem. Just write after reading what do you think about the poem. You'll be getting here 2 marks. Then next question, you'll be having 1 mark each: vocabulary, homophones, abbreviation, and 1 word substitution, and each for 1 mark. And it will appear like this: the meaning of vocabulary, then the suitable words which have the same pronunciation but different meaning, abbreviations of the particular those words, those short forms, then the 1 word substitution. Afterwards, you need to write the reported speech. You'll be having a question, a dialogue will be given, and you need to convert the dialogue into the indirect speech or the reported speech. That question has a weightage for 3 marks. Then you have a question for the dialogue writing. Here, an incomplete dialogue will be given. Incomplete dialogue, a set of dialogues will be given. You need to fill the gaps by using a particular dialogue to make it more meaningful. That has the weightage for 4 marks. Then again, you have 4 questions for the 4 marks from the communication skills, verbal, non-verbal communication. So I have done special video on verbal, non-verbal communication. Please watch my video on this. Check the link in the description box. The meaning of communication, meaning of verbal communication, non-verbal communication, types of non-verbal communication, meaning of posture, gesture, kinesics, proxemics, advantages of verbal communication, non-verbal communication, disadvantages of verbal and the non-verbal communication, examples of verbal and the non-verbal communication. So these are the common questions may be asked in the examination. Watch my video on that topic. Links are in the description box. Next, you have here a letter. You have to write a letter to your favorite person. Like last year, in the last year 2023, they asked about write a letter to your teacher. So this time they may ask any role model, any sports person or anything. But this question is only for the some particular favorite person, and that has a weightage for 3 marks. Then you need to write a short essay on the topics. So two topics will be given, and you need to select any one topic. You need to write the short essay in one paragraph that has the weightage for 5 marks. Afterwards, you need to write a speech on any one of the topics given here. Two topics will be given. Select any one topic that has the weightage for 3 marks. So when you are writing a speech, keep in the mind the speech should be very simple. It should reach to the audience. Imagine that you are speaking to the audience. In that manner, you need to write. So this is how the workbook has the weightage for 40 marks. Now the section B is titled as course book, which has a weightage for 20 marks. It has 5 important lessons, and the questions will be asked from those 5 lessons like this. You will be having here 2 subsections. First section, you will have here 2 marks questions. 5 questions will be asked here for the 2 marks. Second sections, 5 marks, 2 questions, and there will be the lot of choices. So though this is a revision video, I thought let me give you the brief summary of all the 5 lessons. So last moment revision is going to help you a lot to remember all the 5 lessons summary. So to begin with, we have first chapter, The Worm by Nissim Eskiel. The poem titled The Worm is composed by Nissim Eskiel, Indian English poet, dramatist, editor, as well as an art critic. The poem opens with the speaker seeing a worm crawling after rain with astounding strength, directed by an inner eye towards a drier place. The worm's straight route makes the speaker jealous, realize how different he is from it. He can use only absurd or the devious routes to reach his destination. Is there anywhere a worm blinder than he? While the speaker realizes that he is a worm who pretends that he is not one and ventures to advise others on the ways and means of succeeding. Later, the speaker kills the worm and stops its easy, mocking victories. The speaker asks the worm's strength after death. Further, he mentions that the creator, the God who has created the worm, is aware of the cunning intricacies and the anger of a man. The speaker accepts that he can emulate the worm's directness only in an anger, hence he has killed the worm. The speaker comes to the conclusion that he is the most like the worm through his anger. He ends the poem with a repetition of his actions saying, I have killed the worm. Second lesson we have here, The Boy Who Broke the Bank, story by Ruskin Bond. The Boy Who Broke the Bank is a very interesting story written by Ruskin Bond. The story relates to the murmuring of a sweeper boy, Nathu, about his irregular payment of his salary from the bank. He's a sweeper in the bank and he was not getting salary in time. This rumor takes the shape of a rumor, and it takes the shape of the rumor and it results into the collapse of a bank. In the end of the story, Nathu, who is responsible for the whole episode, he wonders innocently about the incident, as he doesn't know. Seth Govind Ram owns a bank at People Nagar town. The bank is financially very sound and has won the trust of the depositors. Nathu is a sweeper in the bank. One day, while sweeping the steps of the bank, he grumbles about the irregular payment of his salary by the bank authorities. Sitaram, the washerman's son, he listens to Nathu's complaints. In his loose talk with Mrs. Srivastava, Sitaram says that the bank could not pay its employee's salary. Mrs. Srivastava misunderstands Sitaram's statement. She believes that the People Nagar bank is about to collapse, is going to bankrupt. The rumor spreads like a wildfire in the entire town. The customers, in shock, starts to demand their money back. They start stoning the bank building and break the glasses. The next day, when Nathu goes back to the bank for his duty, he finds a lot of broken glasses and stones. He wonders how it happened. He murmurs angrily that the bank authorities are not paying him irregularly on one hand and are also increasing his work. For him, the event is a misery. So event is a mystery, not misery. The event remains as a mystery. So that's a summary of the boy who broke the bank. Third lesson we have here, Two Friends by Guy de Maupassant. Two Friends is a 1882 short story about two old friends who take one last fishing trip together during the Prussian siege of Paris. Monsieur Morisot and Monsieur Sauvage. They meet on a Parisian street and decide to risk going fishing together in the countryside like they did before the war. But they were caught up in fishing and discussing politics. Their friends are captured and brought before the Prussian officer, who demands that they should tell the French password. Morisot and Sauvage, they refuse and they bid each other farewell. They are executed by the Prussians, who toss the bodies in the river. So they are killed by the Prussians, they are shot, and the bodies were thrown into the river. The story depicts the dehumanizing effects of war. That's about Two Friends. Watch my videos on all the lessons. You'll get the summary, the question answers, and all the links are in the description box. The All-Seeing Blind by Abid Surati. So here I could not summarize. So with the help of the points, I have tried to give the idea about this story here. This story is about Loknath, who is blind, but not blind by birth. After taking baths, Loknath reminded of the dreams he had and wondered if a person who was born blind could have a dream. But he was not born blind. He remembered everything he had seen the age of 10. After performing puja, he used to have breakfast before his mother. This time she asked about the dream, and he told about the dream that he was told to say a wish and will get whatever he wants. She thought he would have asked for the pair of eyes at least, but for Loknath, it would be equal to falling Bolinath's esteem. According to him, seeking happiness for himself in a world which is full of people living in misery. So he asked for the happiness, not for the eyes. So his daily routines, he used to help children to cross the road, being a blind person, and finally he reached a florist. 30 steps from here, the shoe shine boy Junior was seated over there. So he used to discuss about movies, and the shoe shine boy, he used to complain about his low income. The Loknath has suggested him to sell the thrown away baskets of rose petals. These petals could be sold to the Vedjis who used to make gulkan. Then Loknath's the telephone booth was given to Loknath by the municipality and Good Samaritans of Bombay. So he was running a telephone booth. He always used to get wrong calls like maternity home, police station, matka den, cafe, etc. But he never used to get irritated about such kind of calls, and he used to answer very pleasantly. Then a young man visited Loknath's telephone booth to make a call, and the call price was 1 rupee one call. The young man shocked when he received handkerchief by Loknath. How could this blind fellow know he was sweating? So then a mustached man he visited. Loknath received 20 rupees from the mustached man, and he returned one 10 rupees and one 5 rupees and two rupees note. So this is how he received 19 rupees. The mustached man was surprised to see this blind person. Then Poonam, a young girl, enters here. Poonam used to come to Loknath's telephone booth to wait for her boyfriend's call, Rahul. Poonam is a personal secretary in a garment manufacturing company. Rahul is a traveling salesman. Over the phone, both of them decide to meet at 6 p.m. in the cafe. Then they discuss about their attire on meeting. Loknath suggests Poonam to wear sari, and Rahul in a shirt, trousers, and a tie. He would look like a salesman. Thus, bringing smile in everyone's life was the agenda of Loknath's life. For him, everyone in this world was a part of his family. I'm running quite fast. 3 days later, Loknath met the shoe shine boy. Then the shoe shine boy offered him a jar of pulp, that is gulkan. He explained Loknath the process of making Gulkand. Loknath purchased 2 bottles, each for 6 rupees. Then a police inspector Godbole enters here. Godbole, he came to Loknath's telephone booth to make a call. The telephone booth was found dead. It was very bad start for the police inspector because his uniform got spoiled due to a crow perched on the tree. Then a bank robbery happened, and the bank robbery was described by the police inspector. The inspector was unable to trap the robbers. Loknath mentioned, and he showed the new 20 rupees notes. The inspector matched the serial number. Loknath described the physical appearance of the person who gave him this currency, and he told he was quite 5 feet inches tall from Punjab. Then the inspector left. So when the Mostas man he came back to make the phone call, the inspector identified the suspect. As he turned, Loknath took out his handkerchief to wipe his face. It was a signal for the Inspector Godbole. The Mostas man was advancing towards inspector's direction. The inspector was successful to trap him. Loknath also brought Poonam and his boyfriend Rahul together. So this is how the story ends. Now we have the fifth lesson is here, Kailash Satyarthi's Nobel Acceptance Prize speech. What's the theme of the speech here? The child labor, slavery, trafficking, child marriage, sexual abuse, and the illiteracy are the social issues which Kailash Satyarthi has highlighted in his speech while receiving the Nobel Prize. His aspiration and resolution is to liberate the humanity from all the man-made crises. Finally, at the end of the speech, he requests, let's walk together in the pursuit of global progress. Not a single man, not a single person should be left out or left behind any corner of the world, from east to west, from south to north. So I have already summarized this speech and the question answer on the speech. You can check the link in the description box. And this is how these are the five lessons from the course book for 20 marks. Let's again have a glance at the QP pattern. Comprehension passage will be for 5 marks in the sequence of your QP. Antonym, synonym, prefix, suffix, collocation, 5 marks. Questions on the listening skills, 2 marks. Short poem analysis, 2 marks. Vocabulary, homophones, abbreviation, one word substitute, 4 marks, each for 1 mark. Report writing, that is indirect speech, 3 marks. Complete the dialogue, 4 marks. Questions on the communication skills, 4 marks, 1 mark questions. Letter to your favorite person, 3 marks. Short essay writing, 5 marks. Speech writing, 3 marks. That is the 40 marks. From the course book, 2 marks, 5 questions, 5 marks, 2 questions. So friends, this is how I have tried to revise the second semester BA Generic English complete syllabus from the examination point of view, based on the last year's question papers, QP pattern. And this is how, so hence this video is going to help you a lot to score well in the examination, as well as to recall all the points, especially at the last moment study. Just check the description box in the playlist. You'll get all the videos links. So friends, if you like this video, click on the like button. Write in the comment box, forward this video to your friends. Let them also get benefit. And do subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. I wish you good luck for the forthcoming examination. Stay in tune with Mukesh English.